Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your Uber girl. If you're coming here for the first time, you're welcome. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Yes, here is your Uber girl, and today we are going to be talking about the best places in Kampala or around Kampala to be driving Uber for maximum profit. Yeah. So let us go ahead and mention these places. First, we have schools. We have these international schools. We have Kampala Diplomatic School. There are quite a number, but you just have to look out for those international schools. Most of them close at 3 in the evening and also 4. So around that time, you can be around these international schools, depending on where you are, and you're sure to be able to get a request. And then the second one is we have the malls. We have Acacia Mall, which is ever busy. Like whenever I turn to pass in front of Acacia, I can never fail to get a request. Yeah, Acacia Mall is always very busy. And then we also have Arena Mall, which is busy, I think, during evening and the weekends. But Acacia Mall is busy all the time, especially during the day and the evening and then the weekends. In the morning, you can also get a request for people who are going for breakfast. Yeah. And then also Akamwesi Mall, which is also busy. It has so many shops there. And there's also Chinatown that has opened there. So the place is always busy also, especially the weekends and also the evenings. And then we have the Garden City Mall and Oasis Mall, which you can also be able to get the request from there. There are shops there, the supermarkets. Yeah, so people are always shopping. We have also restaurants, bar and restaurants around Kampala. There are quite a number. Others are in Ntinda, Acacia Mall, yeah. And then around Acacia Mall, Kisementi, we have Cafe Seri. And then there are so many along John Babiha. Around town, there are quite a number of bars and restaurants that you can be able to get the request, especially the bars and restaurants. You're sure to get the request like around evenings, yeah, and the weekends, evenings and the weekends. Barakesha Mall, of course, and Kisementi is always busy. There's the Meza, which is always busy, yeah, but these other bars and restaurants, usually in the evening, people are going for coffee, people are going for dinner. Yeah, so you can keep around these places, especially around Kololo, even in Tinder, there are those places. Also, Cafe Java's, which is always busy, Cafe Java's, Java House. Yeah, you cannot fail to get this request around these places. Cafe Java's, of course, is always busy. There's one at City Oil, Lugogo, Yakawa. There are quite a number in town, and Java House as well. So these places are always busy. People are always eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yeah, these restaurants are always busy. So you have to keep around these places so that you can be able to get yourself the request. And for the case of the bars are all over. We have Bugolobi, Bandali Rise. So the bars are everywhere. In Bugolobi, Bandali Rise, there are quite a number. Is it Ruby? There's Silos, Thrones, quite a number. And also John Babiha, there are so many bars. And then in Kitsimenti, also then in Tinda, there are bars. And then also that side of Kansanga, there are also bars and other places that I haven't explored. Yeah, but those are the places that I know they're quite busy. Yeah. So you make sure you're on these places and you know there are happening days. Actually, I will make a video about these happening places when they happen, and you'll be sure to know when to go, where to go, and which day is happening, which day the bar is happening. Yeah, to maximize your profit. Then we have the hotels. There are quite a number of hotels everywhere in town. Sheraton, Serena, Four Points, Imperial Royal. there are quite a number of hotels. So these hotels are always busy. People are going to the airport, people are checking in, they are going for breakfast, they are going for lunch. Okay, the hotels, like sometimes people take, okay, breakfast, they take there, but sometimes people also go to take breakfast from outside. And I've seen usually like in the evening, people go out to have a dinner, especially 4 points. Usually when I come near 4 points in the evening, any day, yeah, I find requests people are going to different other places like the restaurants to go and have dinner. Yeah, so of course, people usually get tired of the hotel food, so they want to explore. Are going to Japanese restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Indian restaurant, depending on the cuisine that they want to have for their dinner. Yeah, so the hotels are always busy. People going to the airport, especially in the night and early in the morning, even during the day. You just have to understand how the flights that come in Uganda and leave Uganda happen, and then you will be able to get these people at those particular times randomly during the day. Early morning, of course, people are going to the airport like around 5, and then in the night, of course, around 2 a.m. for the 5 o'clock flight. Yeah, so basically, depending on the flight someone has, but hotels are always busy. People going to the airport, people going out for dinner. Yeah, so you'll always have the request around hotels. Then the city center is also always busy. In the evening, people are going home. During the day, people are going for lunch dates or lunch appointments, or people who work in the bank. There are banks that partnership with Uber, so they keep moving from one branch to another, the salespeople or managers, whichever. Yeah, so you find those people moving around, and you'll be able to get them within the city center during the day. Yeah, so the city center can be busy actually. So Kisementi is just there with Acacia. He's always busy, so always be at Kisementi. Like in the evening, usually it's busy because of the bar and the restaurants. Yeah. Nakasero also, there's Nakasero Hospital. You can also get the request, and then there are also other hotels. And there's Onomo Hotel in Nakasero and Emin Pasha that is always busy. We have Kololo. Kololo, we have so many apartments. People who have come for vacation, people who work in Uganda for a short time, so they want to stay within town, and the apartments are always there. So you're sure to get the request from these places. People going to the airport as well. People going for dinner. People moving around. The ones who don't stay here, they don't have cars, so they use Uber. And in Tinder is also busy. In Tinder is always busy during the day, in the evening. Yeah, it's busy because Tinder has happening places, schools, then the shopping area, like especially like TMT there. People are always coming there to shop. Yeah, so that place you can be there like around in the evening, especially. You'll find in the evening and weekends, you will always find requests. Yeah, and then there's Lugogo Mall. I had mentioned Lugogo Mall because of Cafe Javas, but Lugogo Mall, the Carrefour supermarket where people are always shopping, and then of course Chinatown, people are always shopping during the day. In the morning, people are going for breakfast at Cafe Javas, people are shopping at Carrefour, and also Chinatown. And then in the evening, of course, people are always shopping. And then weekends, the place is usually busy, fully packed actually. Yeah, but the downside there's you pay for the parking. If you enter there, you pay on the Lugogo end, Lugogo Mall side, you pay 1,000. Yeah, but on the Forest Mall side, for the first 15 minutes, you don't pay anything. After 15 minutes, then you're charged 1K per 1 hour, I think. Yeah, so Lugogo Mall is also busy. Yeah, so I'm making sure to give you everything that I know from my own experience. So if you're planning to start driving with Uber, I'm giving you everything from my experience, so that you know when you begin, you know where to work, when to work, not like us who began and we didn't know what to do, so we had to learn the hard way. Yes, for me, when I started, I really didn't have any information at all, but then I had to learn and eventually learned. So I'm here giving you all the information that you need, equipping you so that when you begin, you just start making money immediately. Yeah, if you're already driving with Uber and there are places that I've not mentioned and you're busy making money there, you can leave a comment for those who are aspiring to start this business. So that they can note it down and so that when they start, they know where to work, when to work, instead of driving around not knowing where to go, where to get the requests, which places are busy and all that. Yeah. So thank you for passing by. Be sure to leave a comment in case there's any inquiry. Whatever you want to know, you leave a comment and I will respond to your comment. Until next time, bye.